Let's upcycle some items you likely have at home to create some pretty and cute and simple budget-friendly Valentine's crafts. I dug into my cleaned Acorn collection for this cute Valentine's Day craft. After removing the caps, I drilled through about a dozen acorns and then painted about 4 of each in white, red, and pink chalky paint. Once they were completely dried, I strung them together on some invisible line to create a garland. For one end of the garland, I took a birch slice and drilled a small hole to add an eyelet, then painted the surface white. Next, I used some Mod Podge to create a heart shape and then added on some pretty red glitter. I just tapped off the excess and let this dry and then added it to the garland. For the other end, I used some baker's twine to make a cute tassel. I wrapped it around my hand about 30 times and then tied off the one end and trimmed the edges to create the fringe. I added that to the end of my garland, looped it all together, and then finally added a cute bow with a little bit of red Valentine's ribbon. Now, if you don't have acorns, you could obviously use wood beads, but I used what I had on hand to create this adorable farmhouse-inspired garland for my tier tray for Valentine's. It would also look great on a shelf or any other tray for your decorating. I don't actually remember where this wood plaque came from. I think it was a piece from an old dining room buffet and hutch that I upcycled, and then this was just left over. But it seemed to make the perfect little backdrop for this craft. So I started by painting the background with some white acrylic paint and then setting that aside to dry. While that was drying, I cut out a heart template that would fit inside using just a piece of scrap paper, and then use that template to cut the heart out of this corrugated packing cardboard. Once I got it to fit just the right size, I gave it a paint of nice gold metallic paint to give it a little bit of shine. And isn't this corrugated texture just so fun? If you don't have the packing cardboard, you can always use just any cardboard box and expose the corrugation inside. Here I just added a second coat of paint to give it really good coverage and then let that dry. I debated painting the outside frame of the piece white as well, but in the end decided to go with this lovely hot pink color because isn't that just perfect for Valentine's Day? And it took a couple of coats because the surface was really dark underneath. So I painted one coat, let that dry, and then painted it again. I think even 2 more coats afterwards. In retrospect, I probably should have just painted it all white and then painted the pink over top. It probably would have looked cleaner and taken fewer coats, but that's okay. It still turned out okay in the end. So while I could have left the backdrop just white completely, I thought it would be fun to add in some black stripes. So really to give it this, I think, Kate Spade inspired design. And so I just blocked off with some masking tape these stripes and then went back in there with my black acrylic paint and covered those white areas to add the stripes. And then while the paint was still wet, I took off those strips of masking tape and reused those strips of tape to block off the bottom half of the tray, and then continued to paint the other black lines. I've seen and actually bought similar wooden trays like this at the dollar store, unfinished ones, and so you could use those for this type of craft, or even just a canvas if you don't have a wood plaque. And really, it was so satisfying to peel off the masking tape. If you take a little bit extra time, I was in a bit of a rush, you can do it much more carefully or go back and touch up where needed, but I thought this looked so, so cute. And what would a Valentine's craft be without some sparkle? So after those black stripes were dried, I actually coated over this some decoupage medium or a glue sealer or Mod Podge, whatever you might have, and then sprinkled the whole tray with a generous layer of diamond dust. Diamond dust is a glass-based glitter that really provides really great reflection and shine and just looks almost like snow and sparkles in the light. I just made sure that was spread around the entire surface of the plaque and then used another piece of paper to kind of push it into the glue. And then tapped off the excess and put it back into the jar to use again for my next craft. Now it was time to assemble my little piece of art, and actually I'd cut out this love phrase on cardstock sticker paper using my Cricut Maker, and then affixed that to the corrugated cardboard heart that I'd cut out. Finally, I added a couple of embellishments, including this pink and white bow, as well as a painted feather that I had in my craft collection. And I just love how this upcycled Valentine's Day piece turned out. I think it's not too Valentine's, so it will look really lovely in my craft room or home office, even after all through the spring season. Used mason jar rims make a great form for little mini wreaths. I dug into my dried celosia or coxcomb collection from my summer garden for this cute Valentine's Day craft, although these wreaths would be beautiful to have out year-round. I wanted to give it a little farmhouse touch, so I strung together about 8 of these little wooden beads to create the hanger. And then I broke down those dried coxcomb blooms into little sections and went around and glued them first to the outside of the rim and then little pieces to the top. I just took care to do a little bit of variation in color and added a pretty little pink bow to create some adorable little mini wreaths that could also be ornaments for a tree or just to have around your home to make you smile. I've had this concrete wall sconce with a cherub on it in my laundry room collecting dust forever. I've also had this wooden tray. It was actually a previous catering tray, I think, that I picked up at an event. We've already used it in the past for styling and other crafts, so it's kind of getting dingy and time for a makeover. For the wood tray, which was making the frame for the cherub, I wanted a crackle effect, with the gray that was already painted on there to be peeking through. So I started by coating the gray painted tray with some Elmer's glue. It's just regular white school glue. You can use clear glue as well, and then spread that all over the surface. Now, the more glue you put on, the bigger the crackles are going to be, and same, the thicker you apply the top coat of paint, the bigger the crackles are going to be. So I went a little bit overboard with my glue here, but it did the trick. So I'm just spreading that all around the tray. Next, we need to let the glue dry almost completely, or at least till it's nice and tacky. So while that was drying, it was time to make over the little cherub. I started by giving him a coat of white chalky finish paint, and I just took my time to get into all the little nooks and crannies of the piece. I set that aside to dry completely and then went back to my tray. I probably didn't let the glue dry enough, but it still worked in the end. I actually did this project as a Facebook Live, and so I didn't want to wait too long. So after that, I simply coated it with the white chalky paint, just gave it a really generous coat. Now, as the paint starts to dry, you see the crackle magic happening before your eyes. And I love this part of these crackle projects. Now, isn't that just so fun? Like, what a beautiful, rustic, chippy texture to create the backdrop for whatever craft you're making. And it's so easy. Ideally, you're going to let this dry probably a few hours because the glue takes longer to dry than the paint. But again, as I was in a rush, I kind of proceeded. I went back to my cherub, who had dried by now, and just dry brushed a really soft pink over the raised areas. You'll see in a minute how nicely this pink coordinated with the flowers that we're using in the arrangement. And after letting that paint dry, I brushed the whole surface with some Mod Podge and then sprinkled a generous coat of diamond dust. I mean, how could we have a romantic cherub without a little bit of sparkle? Now, to attach the concrete sconce to the wood background, I actually drilled a little hole through the wood tray and then screwed in an eyelet, because I couldn't find a screw, upon which to hang the sconce. I knew that hot glue wouldn't be strong enough to hold it in place. And then finally, to finish off my romantic Valentine's upcycled craft, I simply tucked into that sconce some of these pretty pink florals. I just love this white on white, but with this really soft pink in this craft, and you could do it either with or without the greenery. And after gluing those down a bit with some hot glue, I tucked in battery operated LED votive candle just to give a little bit of light. And that's it. I absolutely love how this piece turned out with all these pieces that had been just cluttering my space and collecting dust. And now I have a beautiful piece of decor for Valentine's and beyond. For this final craft, you just need a piece of scrap wood, some paint, and a pretty napkin. Start by painting the wood block with some white paint. I use some chalky finish paint. Next, separate out the layers of your napkin and then cut out the shape. So I'm just using water on a paintbrush to tear away the excess tissue and use just the part of the napkin, these pretty roses, for my design. You could use scissors, but the water technique gives it a really nice frayed edge that will just blend into your piece once it's applied. After your block has dried, it's time to apply the napkin right onto there using some Mod Podge or other decoupage medium. And I'm just placing this on the bottom third of my wood block. This wood block is going to stand upright to create a cute little photo or memo display. So now gently just press that tissue right into your thin layer of Mod Podge and then let that dry completely. So pretty with these lovely flowers for Valentine's Day or spring. And we're going to add a little bow around the top. I'm using a red ribbon and a white ribbon to coordinate with the napkin. And then I just glued on a mini clothespin, which can be used to add a photo or a little memo. You can add a flower embellishment if you'd like. I just took a pine cone, painted the back side of it, and glued that right onto the top after painting it with a little bit of red paint and pink paint. And that's it. I have a pretty display to put a photo. I put my kids' photos in there, but you can put your Valentine's photo in there and give it to them as a gift. I hope you enjoyed these 5 upcycled Valentine's Day craft ideas. I hope it inspired you to look around your home at things you already have to craft with and make something new. Thanks for watching. Bye.